What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys. Here today, I'm going to be going over 5 tips to help better build your team. So this is just going to be my opinion on a couple things that will help when you're building a team, thinking about who to buy, when to buy, things like that. I want to go over some things that sometimes I get questions on, and I pretty much always have the same answer, but I want to make sure I kind of clear it up in an actual video. The first thing I'm going to talk about is not worrying about the overall of cards, especially when it comes to chems and how much they actually get boosted. Now, I see this way too much in the comment section. People ask me, how do I get this card to a 99? It doesn't matter. That is the worst question that I get, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it does not matter what the card actually gets overall wise boosted. It only matters what they actually get boosted. So for instance, I'm going to show the Juju Smith-Schuster. So I personally use West Coast on him. Now we can see that every single thing gets boosted on him. He has 98 speed, 99 jump, 99 catch, 99 catch in traffic, 99 spec, 91, 91, 91. So if we check the back of the card as well, you can see, it's just highly boosted. But if we go ahead and check out, let's say, Emmanuel and then compare him to Juju, let's see what his base stats are. So if we do this and then we show Juju, so his catch in traffic and his spec are already very high. So theoretically, I'm not really helping him too much with West Coast. I'm better off actually helping his route running. But what you want to decide is what's going to be most important for your overall team. Because we know Juju doesn't necessarily need the catching, but if a lot of my other players need the catching, then it ends up being more beneficial. So what you do is you're looking at the tiers and what you're actually using. So we can see I'm using catch in traffic, short accuracy, short route running. But what I actually decided to do as well was switch my whole Steelers theme and go ahead and go to Steelers passing. That way, I didn't boost it more than I had to. So what I actually ended up doing is boosting his deep route running 3, the deep accuracy of my quarterback by 3, throw power by 1, medium route running by 1. Basically boosted a lot of stats when I realized my receivers were lacking. I was doing balanced offense first, and I will go show you guys that on the Steelers theme. I was using balanced offense for the Steelers for the longest time, but the reason I switched to passing is we can see I get catching. I didn't really need catching traffic. A lot of the players already have it very high. Juking and things like that. Play action I don't need. Throw on the run is decent, but spin move don't need. Short accuracy and short route running, I will show you my quarterback, but a lot of this I didn't end up needing with the catching traffic, short accuracies, juke moves. I have golden ticket running back. His jukes are very good to start with. So I switched to passing because it's going to help benefit my team more. But I didn't do it because of the overalls it helps. I did it because of what it'll actually help on my team. So definitely just focus on that when you're building cards. Don't focus on what it boosts to because it does not matter. The reason, like I said, I boosted certain overalls is because I wanted to boost people like Cordell at my quarterback position. He was short accuracy was already defense, but now his deep accuracy is actually 94. It's a lot better than it once was. His throw under pressure got boosted just a little bit to 92. We can see his speed is no longer 99. It is only 98, but that one speed is not going to kill me, in my opinion. So that's why I went ahead and did that because I just think it's way more important. Second thing on this list is talking about not buying new cards. So the number one way to waste coins is to buy the new card when it initially comes out. So what you want to do, and this is one of the most important because saving your coins is super beneficial to go ahead and get you ready for new promos, things like that. So we're going to go to the golden ticket, or not golden ticket, but the ultimate legend Vic. So we're going to go 98.99. We're going to go QB program, and then let's go ultimate legend. So let's see how much Vic is at the moment. He's down to 496. So just when he just came out, he was up above 700,000. So a lot of people probably went ahead and bought him and instantly in a couple days lost 200,000 coins. It's a terrible investment, to go ahead and do it that way. You want to wait until the card is kind of a second batched card. in a sense. And I know that sounds kind of weird. What do you mean by second batch card? Basically, you want to wait till the ambiance of the card, or the new hype of the card drops off, which is fairly often. Very much right away once the card gets flooded into the auction house. We can see how many are down here now. And then as new cards come out, obviously this card will continue to drop, but you don't want to wait too long, obviously, if you do want this card on your team. But for instance, what I personally did, and this kind of goes into another tip as well, which is, about your power-up cards and how to use them, because you want to make sure you don't waste them and you can keep track of them. So for instance, what I did is I went ahead and used my 99 power-up card. I always forget that it's not square in here and it is X, but I used my 99 power-up card on this Michael Vick. And the reason was there's nothing holding me back from taking it directly off. The only thing I'll lose is the chemistry abilities, 382 training, which that's not that big of a deal. That's just because I have the West Coast ×4. But if I wanted to, I can refund that, and then I can go ahead. I can refund that for the 382 is what I would get back. And then I would also get the 99 power-up pass. So that's what I'm talking about with not wasting your coins necessarily. But also what you want to do is make sure you keep track of your power-ups cards. And, that's kind of the tip 3 is keep track of your power-up cards. And make sure that you're not wasting them. And what I mean by that is getting them lost in player. So I know myself, I have not kept track of them good this year, and that's definitely one of the issues I have. I do not know where every single one of my power-up passes is. And the reason that ends up being a big deal is because if you do want to power down players, it's going to be very hard because you don't know where they actually are. So for instance, I can go back to this Cordell right here, but I personally don't know. I don't want to refund because I'll lose my abilities, but I believe I put the power pass on this Cordell at the 98 overall. Now, like I said, if you don't remember where you actually go ahead and put these, you can lose them, and when you actually get a more important card to put it on, you already have it on a cheap card, and then you totally waste it. So definitely save your power passes. Don't waste it on a cheap card. Unless you're specifically going to buy a card and never buy another card, don't go ahead and do that because some cards are way more expensive at that overall. For instance, David DeCastro is a very expensive card. His Mutt Heroes is very expensive. I just sold one yesterday. I don't know if it'll be in my bids, but let's see if it is in my auctions or my bids or whatever. It wouldn't be in my bids, right? It would be in the auctions I posted. Yeah, so it's not there yesterday. Oh, maybe it is. So I sold him at $96,000 for a 91 yesterday. He is not worth 91. Or sorry, he is worth way more than a 91. So if you go ahead and use a power pass on him, it's going to be way more beneficial in the long run than using it on someone that's 20K just because you don't want to spend that 20K at the time. So that's definitely a tip to go ahead and do. And tip number 4 is actually going to be about building your O-line. Do not neglect your O-line. That is one of the biggest things I see a lot of times is people are, and especially myself, I do this too, definitely don't get it wrong, is that you see the shiny new quarterbacks come out or the shiny new receivers and instantly you say, okay, I want to get a new receiver. I want to get them because they're super cool. But then you're running a really bad O-line and you're wondering why you're getting sacked every play. And your O-line, and especially your D-line as well, those two are super important to go ahead and build because you can use your linebacker. You can use like a fast linebacker that's maybe not as statistically good, but your lineman, there's nothing you can do. If you have a really bad lineman, you're going to get block shed. That's why you can see I have DeCastro, Thuney, Villanueva. I have the best line that I can get on the Steelers, but when I was building the theme team, this is definitely one of the first things I filled out as much as possible at the time because, like I said, it's super easy to go ahead and build a line usually. You can stick with them for a while. Like let's say someone like Pouncey. He obviously did come out a while ago because he is that heavyweight. But if we go ahead and look at his statistics, he's really not that bad for coming out probably like, I don't even know, November or something. This card probably came out so long ago, but he still has 90 and 87. It wasn't that bad at the time. Obviously, he does need to upgrade now. Not much we can do as a Steeler theme team. But these cards can last you a while for linemen. Like Joe Thuney, he pretty much is going to last me to the end of the game. David DeCastro, cards like that. You're never going to have to upgrade them again. So that's what I would say, tip number 4. And tip number 5 is about wasting your coins. Do not ever hit 0 coins or 1,000 coins, in my personal opinion. always save at least 100,000 coins, at the bare minimum 50,000 coins, and this is so you can always build back. So what you can do is, obviously, if you know you're getting the solo battle rewards and you have trophies to buy more coins back, through the currency, then maybe go ahead and spend all your coins. But if that isn't the case, don't waste all of your coins. You're better off saving 50,000, investing it, and then spending a couple hours opening these packs right here with alternate offensive fantasy playbooks, make back 100,000, or and then do it again, or whatever the case is. That way you don't limit yourself, because I know a lot of times the issue is people say, well, I want to make coins, but I only have 1,000 coins. What do I do? Well, at that point, you have to play either solo challenges or online. You don't have much to do with 1,000 coins. That's not going to buy you anything. So those are my 5 tips on what can help you build a team, in my opinion. Let me know if you guys have any more tips you would like to add down below. Ask me any questions about any of these tips. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, and turn on that post notification bell. And I'll see you guys next time.